Hello, here I am today to do another video in my expression number series, but it's how the expression number 5 supports the life path number or master 11-2. Now, I've jumped ahead with this one because it was a request from one of my lovely subbies. But I am going to be continuing on with my expression number with life path series. So if you'd like me to do your life path and expression as a priority, please send me a message and I'm happy to do that early. I've improved my life path and expression videos a little because I felt that my first few didn't really go into enough detail, not the detail that I would like. So some of my first expression number and life path 11, my first expression life path ones I did for the life path 1 up to about 4 or 5. I'm probably going to re-upload to put some more detail in because I was never happy. My intuition kept telling me you're not putting in the detail that you should be. So I've spent a little bit of extra time, and from my last video and to this one, I'm putting a hell of a lot more detail into it. So this video might even tip an hour, but it really breaks down the life path and the expression and how the expression helps the life path. Now, just to reiterate, the life path is the most important number in your chart. It's your chosen evolution for this lifetime. It's what you've come to this earth to achieve. So please understand, if you are a life path, whatever that number is, it's not going to be easy for you. This is your evolution for this lifetime. This is something you need to achieve in this lifetime. And for this person here, who is a master life path 11-2, they are here to learn something really big. Master numbers are here not to just serve your area, your local area, or just serve a few people. It's here to serve and change the world. The Master 11-2 energy has a massive job in this lifetime to achieve. And it means if you are this number, that you are an old soul. But I'm going to go into that a bit more detail in a moment. But what I'm going to do in my video, first of all, I'm going to talk about the number energies, a little bit of what exactly what this person is here to achieve, and then what their talent is, just an overview. Then we will look at how to work out an expression number, which I always put in my expression number videos. And then I'm going to go through each element. I've broken down the life path Master 11 into a series of, I think it's about 17, 18 points that need to be learnt and developed towards if you're a life path 11-2. And beside each one, I've put how the expression number 5 talent, because that's what your expression number is, your talents that you brought with you, how that expression number talent can support your life path, because it's what it's there for. So your expression number is the second most important number in your chart, and it's the talents you brought with you to achieve in this life path. I'm going to stop gabbling, going on for a full 3 minutes. Right, so looking at the number energies, if you are a life path 11, master 11-2, the one energy here at the top, you're here to achieve double the channel for the new idea from source. So you need to be doubly sensitive to source, and you have that potential. Remember, it's something you're working towards if you're a life path 11, but you have that potential, otherwise you would not have been given this path. So the double one energy is what you are here to achieve if you're a life path 11, and the higher energy of the two. So the life path 11 is here to learn to channel ideas from source at double intensity, double ability, to be double the leader and be doubly independent. You know, this is mastering the energy of the number 1. This is not going to be easy. So if you are an 11-2 life path and you are struggling, give yourself a break. Most life paths are not easy. In fact, they're all not meant to be easy, but the master life paths, whoa, now they are difficult. So if you're a master 11-2 life path energy, cut yourself some slack. So you're here to be double the innovator, double the leader, double the independent person, but also in the higher energy of the two, because 1 and 1 plus 2, you're here to nurture that idea, to plan, to muse, to involve others, to create a team, to bring the idea forward. But that's what you're here to achieve. That's what you're working towards. Remember, this is not a talent. This is what you're working towards. But the talent you bring with you in the expression number 5 is to be able to communicate. Wow, can you communicate? You have amazing social skills and charisma to write, speak, and communicate that idea to the world. You're able to expand to all over the world. You're a traveler, you're an adventurer. You're able to really expand that idea to more people and environments with charisma. Can you see how that expression number, when I really go into it, can be used to help you achieve that 11-2 energy? Well, if you don't, you're about to find out. So let's first of all work out how to work out that expression number. So the expression number is worked out with the full name on your birth certificate, including all middle names, any extra initials, anything that's been put into that middle name on your birth certificate must be included. For example, we have a young lady here called Casey Louise Ewers, and that is her full name on her birth certificate. But we're going to do each name separately and reduce each one in the proper manner before we come to a final figure at the end. So first of all, I'm going to start with Katie. So K vibrates at the 2, the A vibrates at the 1, the T vibrates at the 2. You can see where I'm going with this. The 9 vibrates at the I, and the E vibrates at the 5. So I add all these figures together and I get 19. Well, that's not a master number, so I need to continue reducing that down. So I then add the 1 and the 9 and I get a 10. Again, not a master number, so I'm going to keep going until I get that all-important single number. So Katie reduces down to the number energy 1. Then Louise, so L is 3, O is 6, U is 3, 9 is I, 1 is S, and 5 is E. Adding them together, we get 27. Again, not a master number, so I'm going to continue to add together. So add the 2 and the 7, you then get the 9 energy. And for the surname Ewers, I've done exactly the same thing. I've put the number that corresponds to each letter, added it together, got 31. Again, not a master energy, so I'm going to add that 3 and 1 together until I get that single figure. Then I'm going to add that 1, that 9 and that 4 together until I get to 14. And then I'm going to reduce that down to a 5. And what the 14 is, it's like the sub-talents that help you express the talent in the 5. But it's also a karmic debt, the 145. But I won't go into that because that's for something for me to talk about in a moment when I get to this specific life path, to the specific expression numbers. Right, so the expression number 5, you are talented at attaining freedom in your life through discipline and focus. That is being able to focus on a subject to such depth that you become a specialist and a master, and you can use that idea to bring you freedom in whatever guise that might be. And I think I've explained that rather well for once, actually. I shall just continue on. Right, so what I've done here, as I said I was going to do, I've got the elements of the life path 11-2 and the expression number 5, how it helps and hinders, but mostly helps. Okay, so for the life path 11-2, you're here to learn. Remember, this is the development point. You're here to learn to be the ideas person, and to bring ideas down from source. But the 11's not always that great in bringing that idea to reality. They're always on to the next. They're quite scattered, and especially with the intensity of the energy that hits the 11, it can make the 11 very scattered and lose interest really after the initial idea, because there's many ideas coming towards an 11. The universe really provides the life path 11 with a lot of energy, which can sometimes be a problem for a life path 11 that can't handle it. And the expression 5 doesn't necessarily help there. That's why it's in red. because the 5 energy is also full of ideas. This is your talent, remember. This is what you're going to use to support this element of the life path 11-2. You're full of ideas. That's great. That's not going to be an issue. But they come and go, and they often don't develop roots, just like the 11 and the 1, because you are easily bored and you want to move on. So this is an element of the life path that isn't necessarily helped by the expression number, because they're 2 different numbers. Not every element always correlates. So think this is going to be an extra issue for you to focus on. But I will conclude that at the end so that you don't forget. So again, you're an old soul. The life path 11-2. You have that life path because you are an old soul. You don't get given such a hard life path unless you have a hell of a lot of cellular experience from previous lifetimes. So you are a higher developed being. You've been here a long time. You've developed through multiple lifetimes, and you're here with a higher spiritual job to do. It's not easy, but it's what you agreed in your contract to do. You have higher responsibility to improve the world with your innovation and your nurture. You're here to learn to be able to connect easily to source energy, to channel those unique ideas that haven't yet been brought to earth. You also need to develop that intuition, develop that connection to source energy. And you're very much that idealistic dreamer that struggles, again, as I said before, to bring that idea down to the reality, because often your ideas in the 11 can be quite idealistic and unrealistic, not grounded at all in reality. And I have to mention as well, if you are a life path 11 or a 1, you will have issues with your confidence that you will have to work by, but you mustn't let that stop you in any way. So the talent that your expression 5 could bring you here is, before you can innovate or really bring a brilliant new idea to the world that's realistic and well informed, before you can vibrate at a level needed to be able to channel that amazing idea to bring to the world, you need to vibrate at that level. And that means using your intuition in the 5 energy, which is you have a lot of, and specializing like you should in the expression number 5 is what you're good at. Use it to help you achieve your life path 11-2. So specialize, focus on that subject, on that spiritual subject, on that, whatever that subject or idea is. Focus on it past the point of boredom with discipline, and use your intuition as well, so that you can then be innovative, but realistically innovative. You're not going to be all airy-fairy and come up with ideas that aren't realistic, like the 11 sometimes can do. But if you focused on that subject to such a degree, you're more likely to have realized the realism and the boundaries within that idea. So, remember, you're here to bring something big to the world. So you really must use that talent you have to help you achieve your life path and bring those ideas into reality, but also take them forward and not let them float away back into the ether and never be achieved. Also, last point on this, as I said, you're quite an idealistic dreamer if you're an 11-2. Remember, this is what you struggle with. And as I said, your ideas aren't always grounded in reality. So as well as that specialization and focus and learning and mastery, consult like-minded people. You're very talented socially, so consult like-minded people and help and get their opinions on whether your ideas are grounded. But it has to be someone that accepts you for who you are. Don't choose someone that judges you for your uniqueness, because they're more likely to boot you off your path. Remember, you are here to be unique. You are here to learn to be unique. Do not take advice from someone that puts you down for your unique ideas. Only use someone that is going to be honest with you about the reality of your ideas, and they won't judge you for how unique and innovative you are. Okay, so specialize, focus on that subject past the boredom. Then you're more likely to be able to innovate and support your life path 11-2. And then ensure you're grounded in reality by that focus study and consulting others to make sure that your ideas are bringable to the world. You're here to achieve something big. Make sure you do it right, of course. So the next element, I call it element 2. So you're here to be confident in your uniqueness, not to allow people to make you hide from your uniqueness or wish you were like everyone else, wishing you fitted in. But you have to be unique to bring those unique ideas that your life path 11-2 needs you to do. As an a life path 11-2, you must have already felt, especially in your childhood and maybe even now, that you just feel different to other people. You just want to grow a set of wings and get the hell out of here some of the time, because you often feel that you really shouldn't be here, or you don't fit in with other people. That's your uniqueness that you are here to use and accept. It is very valuable for your life path as an innovative 11-2. You're here to learn to be confident in that uniqueness, and bring those unique ideas to the ground without worrying about validation from others. I know a lot life path 11-2s that I've had to really coach out of hiding behind, once they've told someone their idea and got, really? That's weird type of response. They've gone back into their shell and never show that idea ever again. No. If you're a life path 11-2, you must get past this. Think of it like this. The more weird that people think your ideas are, the better. That means you're good to go. When people think that your idea is weird, that is the time to take that idea forward and go and see that trusted friend, someone that's like-minded, someone that appreciates your uniqueness for who you are. Run it by them to just check that it's not too pie in the sky, and the world is your oyster. So you're confident, you're fearless. You're not going to be like, often 11-2s do seek validation and hide behind the veil. But you're fearless. You're an expression number 5. You're the most fearless number in numerology. You're a free thinker. You care much, much less about what others think of you. You've got loads of social skills and charisma, but you're not so bothered about validation from others. You're a free spirit. You're confident in your ideas. So support your life path 11 by communicating your unique, groundbreaking ideas with fearlessly, bravely, without fear of judgment. That's an amazing ability that the expression number 5 can bring the life path 11-2. Is that bravery to take that unique idea, show it to the world and go, what do you think of that? I challenge you, life path 11, expression number 5. So you must also learn, when you're bringing those unique ideas, you've got to be brave. You've got to be confident. You need to bring those unique ideas, break barriers, challenge people's comfort zones. People aren't going to always like that very much. No. When you challenge people's comfort zones, they might not like you very much sometimes. But hey, it's what you're here to do. Nobody wants to have what they've believed, walked on or told is wrong or changed in any way. But at the end of the day, we're here to evolve and change as a universe. And you're here to bring those new ideas to us, those new messages to us, so that it changes the world for the better. So you're here to bring those new ideas, break those barriers, and challenge other people's comfort zones. So to do that, you're going to need an energy like the 5, which is the energy of the 5 loves to take risks. They throw caution to the wind all the time. They're confident, they're brave, they're fearless, and they'll stand up. Their fearless nature will help you to be unique because you're fearless. You're quite happy to express that idea. And the 5 brings you not only that ability to communicate with charisma and skill, but also fearlessly and confidently. Use that energy that you have to bring those new unique ideas to us. You're here to change the world, Life Path 11. Use your expression number 5 to do that. So you're also here in the life path number 11 too, to learn to be that practical initiator, a doer, action orientated, that learns by experience. Because to the 11, the double one energy, only action makes the difference. You can plan and plan and plan and plan, but only action actually brings that idea down to earth. So you need, if you're not already life path 11 too, to work towards being that practical initiator, that doer, that action orientated person that learns by experience. And in the 5 energy, you're definitely the experiencer of numerology. You love new experience. You're excellent at varied experience, adaptable, flexible to any changing situation, because you love that. You love the change. You love things being different. You don't like things to be routine and samey, and you want things to be different every day. But it's important to use that really well to achieve your life path 11 too. You must learn by your experiences, expression number 5, and don't forget that you need to be specializing too. This is all going to help you to achieve your life path master 11 too, and it will help you develop and support all elements of your life. So next one, you're here to learn to be doubly independent, doubly innovative, doubly leader, and doubly independent. But not so, you see, the 1 energy can be a little bit push others away, I'll do it myself, only I know the best route. The 11 energy softens that a little bit at times, but the 11 does tend to sort of detach from other people at times and focus on what they need to do. As you can imagine, the Master 11 too is here to do something big. So you need that time. You need to detach and have that time. But you can be, you struggle with independence and dependence. Mostly it's that you're too independent, and you push others away and don't delegate and don't utilize the help of others to bring your ideas forward. You can't do everything alone. As much as we love independence, and independence is good to a point, but remember, total independence is an illusion. We're all interconnected. If you think about your whole day, everything you use in a day has either been produced or made by someone else. It's quite scary to think of. So where the expression 5 doesn't help you too much here is that the 5 energy is a bit, it's dynamic. Let's just say you are dynamic. So you're the kind of person, for example, that might be into get-rich-quick projects. So you might take a lot of risks at work, or you might keep starting loads of projects that either make big or lose money. So you become independent, and then you might swing towards dependence if you're bankrupt because you've taken too many risks. So for your expression number 5, you're here to learn to be independent, but the expression number 5 isn't going to help you brilliantly with that. So that is something you need to focus on and work on all that much harder, because you're not necessarily naturally talented at bringing that balanced independence of yourself, but also having that dependence or the knowledge of the interdependence that we do need other people. Finding that balance between the two. The excellent social skills you have, though, of the expression 5 will give you that ability to network, share ideas, draw people in to help you. You're so charismatic. You've got such great social skills. It won't be difficult for you in the expression 5 to pull people in and maybe start balancing independence and dependence appropriately. So life path 11 too also needs to be determined to succeed. Got to be. You're here to do something so big that you've got to be determined to take that forwards. Sometimes due to low confidence, mostly, the 11 can hold back and hide and just be a 2 rather than being the double 1 energy, which is what they're here to achieve. And it's often confidence that stops someone from doing that, especially for an 11 or a 1, because confidence is the big issue for the 1 energy and the double 1. So you need to be determined to succeed. So this is what you need to achieve for your life path 2. Determination to life path 2, life path 11 2. Determination to succeed, to have complete trust in the skills that you have, that you've learned and mastered. Can you see where the 5 could help here? Mastery, to serve as a kind of security blanket to help you stop feeling so unconfident and to help you have the confidence to push your ideas forward. I mean, the 5 energy loves variation, but you also have in the 5 energy excellent ability, as well as you can be scattered too when you're low, scattered, forgetful, uncommitted, unfocused, but you also have a massive potential talent to focus, commit, and to focus and commit long enough to achieve specialism, subject mastery. It's your ability, your skill, your talent to attain that mastery, and then that innovation will flow from there. So achieve mastery from your talents in the expression 5, and that will help you achieve your 11-2 life path of bringing that innovation to the world. And it's the ability it's your ability from having that mastery and then that innovation. That is the secret to your success. Be determined to take that forwards. Next element that the life path 11-2 must achieve is to be a leader. But in the 1 energy, you're quite a strong, tough, dominant leader. But in the 11 energy, you're a supportive, nurturing leader, firm and assertive, but also empathic and supportive. So you're not walked on, but you don't walk all over others. You know, it's about you leading others in a very gentle and nurturing way towards the fruition of your innovative ideas. But again, this is your life path, so it might not be something you find easy. However, if you're in expression number 5, you're much better at leading than following, because that's your expression number. You're not one to follow the rules of others or follow restrictions of others. You hate restriction. You hate other people's rules. You'd much prefer to make the rules than to follow them. You could lead brilliantly with your subject competence when you've achieved mastery, because you'd have all the skill you need to lead, and you have excellent social skills. So there's no reason why you in the 5 energy, when you focused in that competence, and if you use those social skills, could not be an amazing nurturing leader. You have the ability there to achieve it. So let's go forward on that. The social skill and the competence to achieve it. You can do this. Again, 11-2, very, 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 very powerful old soul, very developed. You have a lot to achieve, but with that power brings great responsibility. You have massive power. You could do great, amazing things, or you could do great damage. So you must ensure that your intentions are good, because your actions are powerful. You're here to learn, to direct your power towards being responsible, to looking after each other's rather than yourself and not hurting others, to be responsible to yourself, to others and the team. You know, there are times when the 11-2 can be a little bit over caring and not put boundaries in place and do too much for other people and burn themselves out. And then they start getting to feel undervalued and resentful. However, if you have an expression number 5, you're less likely to do too much. You know, but let's start from the beginning on this bit on the expression. So your 5 energy wants freedom. And they're not into being tied down to responsibility. So any form of responsibility, to be honest. I mean, they're not bad people. It doesn't mean that they're going to do bad things just because they don't like taking responsibility. You know, the two aren't inherently linked. But the expression number 5 does really need to have to think about taking more responsibility for their actions, taking more responsibility of the consequences of their choices, and sorting it if they can. Also, your scattered, forgetful nature might mean that at times you might forget your promises and become irresponsible that way. So whether you're scattered, unreliable because you've forgotten, or whether you just will not tolerate any form of responsibility, that can mar your life path a little bit, because your life path 11 needs you to be more responsible. They need you to balance others' needs with your own. So that's something for you to work on. Now, this isn't going to be easy because it's not something the expression 5 really supports, but this is going to be on the conclusion bit at the end of things that you might need to work a little bit harder at to help you fully achieve your life path 11 too. So to support your life path 11, be more responsible and dependable to the team. This is not going to be easy, but it's up to you to figure out ways of doing that and strategies towards that. It's not going to be easy, might take your whole life to do it. Don't beat yourself up, but try. What you got to lose? Okay, so also in the 11-2, 11-2's life paths often have trouble in their relationships. It's like they're trying to split their focus towards this massive job they've got to do in this life and trying to deal with working alongside others. It can be quite difficult for 11-2s to hold down friendships and relationships. And, you know, you are here to learn to improve your relationships as part of your 11-2 life path. So to improve your social skills, spend a bit more time with others, widening and deepening, definitely deepening your relationships and making decisions more subjectively rather than task-orientatedly. I don't even think that's a word. It's important that you deepen your relationships and connect one-to-one, definitely, because the 11-2 life path, you're working towards being that spiritual guide and working with people one-to-one to help heal them and counsel them and bring them back to health or spiritually develop them. So it's important that you not only learn the social skills to widen, but most importantly, deepen your relationships in this lifetime. And that's what you're working towards. And your expression 5 energy is going to help with that because it has amazing social skills. As I keep saying, you're fun-loving, you're talkative, you're charismatic, you're excellent in groups, you're the life and soul of any party, excellent communication skills, both verbal and written. In fact, you're liked by all. You might struggle a little committing enough to deepen those relationships. I would say the expression number 5 is going to give you a lot of skill to widen those relationships, but you might have to work a little bit harder at deepening those relationships to the point of proper full trust, rapport and one-to-one connection. So to support your life path 2, use your excellent social skills to commit and deepen your relationships, trust and have compassion for others. So you're deepening those relationships, getting people a bit closer to you, you know, having a bit more of a deeper connection with others, and that will support your 11-2 life path. Next one is you must learn not to, this is about love, okay, the 11-2, mostly in the 2, you must learn not to smother your loved ones with too much love, because the 2 energy just loves everyone, bless it. And then, you know, you could end up having expectations of love back that others do not reciprocate, and then you become resentful and upset. Ensure that you're not smothering people or expecting too much from people. Or you might be the opposite. You might break away from wanting love at all because you feel it's too hurtful. It puts you at too much risk, too much of a disadvantage, and it hurts too badly. You're here to try and balance that, to not need love to the point of obsession, but not to completely push it out your life. It's having that balance of closeness, again, that deepening of relationships towards loving relationships that you can keep your whole life. Okay, so your expression 5 will help you balance, because when you're working high in the expression 5, you're good at balancing your need for variety and change and adventure with the stability and the love of family and home and skill mastery. You're good at balancing all these elements in your life. You're unlikely to be a smothering person as an expression 5, but it's possible that you may go the other way and run away from love, because love can sometimes be a bit restricting through an expression number 5, because they don't really like restriction. And that's part of their issue sometimes with love themselves. So to support your life path 11-2, I've put life path 2. Get me. Focus on deepening your relationships by giving them attention and experiencing love. So you can see there's a bit of a pattern going on here about deepening your relationships and quietening your mind down and focusing and specializing on relationships, on deepening those relationships. Stop gabbling, Katie. So you're also here to learn to be intuitive and sensitive to the needs of others, because you're here to develop that intuition, because you're a high level energy. You're here to be of service to others. The development of intuition will aid you in this journey. So your expression 5 energy is extremely intuitive. So that will help you there. The talent in the 5 energy that you have will give you lots of intuitive ability, as well as you have that potential in the life path 11-2 either, because you wouldn't have that in your life path if you didn't have the potential to achieve it. So you're a great guide, speaker, writer, storyteller, and to support your life path 11-2, and we are focusing more on the 2. I think that's why I've forgotten to put the 11 there, but it is the 11-2. Use these skills to be sensitive to others' needs and be more of service to others, rather than, the 5 can think about themselves a lot because they want freedom and variation and fun. So think about others a little bit more. So you're deepening those relationships and thinking about others a little bit more and balancing that need for love. You're also here to learn to be a cooperative team player, which the 11-2 can sometimes struggle to do, but they need to do in this lifetime. So your next task is to be that team player, to be able to play nice with others, get the job done as part of a cohesive team, because the 11-2 can be a bit of a drama queen. You can be quite disruptive and uncooperative, especially if you feel that you're being taken advantage of, or that you've done all this stuff and nobody's thanked you. I've helped all these people and nobody appreciates it. That's when you start becoming a bit of a drama queen. Your expression 5 energy is a double-edged sword here. So it will make you great within a team because you have amazing social skills, as I keep saying, talkative, cooperative, charismatic. You'll be the life of the group, which supports your life path 11. However, you can be a bit of a drama queen in the 5 energy. Your passion for communication, excitement, fun, varied experience. Sometimes you could cause, whether intentionally or unintentionally, a bit of disruption and drama at times yourself, which can stop you getting the job done at all. So this is another difficulty that the expression number will help you with a little, but there's elements of your expression 5 that aren't always conducive to help you with your path of the 11-2. So it's about being careful not to use your amazing social skills and take them so far that you stop the task being done, or you disrupt progress from being made. So this is something that you will need to work on as a life path 11-2 expression 5. You must also develop that assertiveness to demand them boundaries I spoke about earlier, not to allow yourself to be walked on. An 11-2 really serves. They very much serve people. So, when you serve people, sometimes people take full advantage of that, don't they? So you could be walked all over, taken advantage of, taken for granted, and you mustn't be that shapeshifter, always changing in order to please others, but never really looking at and helping yourself. You must consider yourself and you must have boundaries, but as an 11-2 life path, you may struggle with this. So the expression number 5 will help you here with this, because your talent energy in the expression 5 makes you a rebellious free thinker who hates being restricted, tied down, or told what to do. You have the ability to support your life path 2 and assert your boundaries, because you have that confidence and assertiveness to do that. So you will assert your boundaries and you will refuse to be taken advantage of. You're not the type to suppress your own will to please others. So there's a good chance that this part of your life path might be easier to achieve because your expression 5 isn't the type to be told what to do or walked all over. So use your expression 5 energy to help you not be that shapeshifter and help you make sure that you have boundaries in place to protect your sensitive 11-2 path. You're also here to serve and lead the team. So I've talked about you being a leader, but it's not just about leading the team, it's leading the task, being there for people, being dependable, not forgetting, not just floating off and doing something else. Remember, the 11 life path and the 1, but the 11 especially, has loads of ideas. They're pounded with energy. Ideas flutter in and ideas can flutter out. And you know, you can often be quite uncommitted to any particular task or idea because there's so many ideas and so little time, you know, and you need to be able to focus that down, which is what the 5 energy will help you to do, so that you're always counted on to keep the cogs turning behind the scenes. You're not going to be the one that's forgotten where they need to be or falling asleep in the back room because you just felt so tired. You know, so you're here not only to lead the team, but also lead the task, to serve the task, to be dependable, to do what you say you're going to do. Your 5 expression talent energy has the potential to be very scattered and like be terrible at this. You know, you have the potential to be like totally forgetful and totally airy-fairy. But if you're in expression number 5, you have the ability to connect with the team well and be well liked in your social skills, as we already know. You love variation and you can be scattered, but you have that ability to be extremely committed, focused and dependable. So to achieve your life path 11-2, use your ability to focus and commit past the point of boredom for you to serve the task well, to serve the team well, and be dependable well to the idea, the task, and the people involved. Use your 5 energy to bring that dependability, commitment, and focus, and then you're supporting your 11-2 life path. You're also here to be tactful, the mediator of the team, helping to resolve conflicts fairly for the good of the team. However, you know, the 11-2 needs you to not really get involved with conflict. So this is what you're developing towards. However, as an expression 5, you're great at socializing, as we know. You're great at pulling that team together. However, you do love a bit of drama. Even conflict can be a form of fun and adventure for you, which, you know, that's going to clash with your sensitive life path. You know, you are sensitive as a life path 11-2, but you're also quite a lover of drama. So you're going to have to balance that to stop overwhelming yourself with getting involved with conflict that is very damaging to you. And it is going to be damaging to your sensitive 11-2 nature. So to support your life path 2, be more cooperative, be more of a mediator rather than a fueler of, you know, drama or gossip. You know, instead of bringing that fun and adventure of gossip and you know, drama, be the one to mediate past it for the good of the team, because that's when you'll be supporting your 11-2 life path. You're here to learn to plan the next steps after that initial idea. Build a team to achieve it. The energy of the 11-2 needs you to be the creator and the nurturer of ideas and the builder of teams. You're here to bring the idea, but also nurture it. Pull people together, plan the next steps. That's what you need to do to achieve your life path and master 11-2. Your expression 5 is not really good for planning. You know, they're good at focus though, so you could maybe try and use your ability to focus to really learn how to plan before something starts. You're more spontaneous and adaptable and you like to get started. However, a certain amount of planning is involved. So to support your life path 11-2, use your ability to focus on a subject, an idea with discipline. And then use your excellent social and communication skills to build up a team. So there's always a way to use your talents to help you achieve your life path. Just ensure that you are putting enough planning in, because that's what you need to do as part of your life path 11-2 master energy. So I think we're getting to the last one now, because I put, I think, 17 elements of your life path for you to look at. So you must learn to give yourself your own kudos. You know, you can be very low confidence, looking for validation from other people. Sometimes you judge yourself on what everyone else says or thinks about you. You know, what you need to do for this life path 11-2 is to develop your own internal compass. Turn inward for your validation. What do you think you should do? Not what everyone else thinks you should do. In the expression number 5, this will help you here, because the expression number 5 energy is unlikely to be led by the opinions of others. You're very strong-minded, you know what you want and you know what to think. You don't need anyone else to tell you that. You're unlikely to be worried about others' opinions of you, because in your opinion, there's plenty more new people in the sea. You know, you're good at meeting new people. You know, so to support your life path 11-2, turn inward for validation and what you think is the right thing to do, not what you think they think. Obviously, you take people's opinions into account. That's what I've been telling you down the line. But also you must have your own internal compass and not just follow what everyone else tells you to do. Remember, you're unique and innovative. People aren't always going to get you, okay? So make sure you communicate with the right people that accept your uniqueness and will give you good, honest feedback and will not push their ideas on you and make you go their way. So let's just conclude this. Now, so there were several ways. The expression number mostly helps the Master 11-2 life path, and there are some elements where it doesn't help so much. So the 11-2 task to channel new ideas from spirit can be assisted by the 5's disciplined expression, their disciplined mastery, because you need mastery to be creative and vibrate at the right level in order to help you relax and bring that idea from source energy. You need to be vibrating correctly. You need to be in the right mindset. Your task also to be confident in your uniqueness and not search for validation. The 5 is great with that. It's fearless, it's confident, it's rebellious. Itchy nose again. The 5 is a free thinker. They care less about what others think, so they're less likely to, ruin their life path 11-2 by looking for validation from others. They're brave, they take risks. The expression 5 is brave and fearless, and that's what the 11-2 needs you to be. The 11-2 needs you to be a practical initiator, a doer, action-orientated that learns by experience. The expression 5 is the experiencer who learns well from experience. So these elements, they should all be quite easy for you to achieve in your 11-2 path. Your 11-2 needs you to be independent, but not so independent that you push others away. Well, the expression 5, this is double-edged because this is going to be on the difficulties bit as well. Your expression 5 has excellent social communication skills to network, share ideas, and draw people in to help balance your dependence and independence appropriately. So, you need to be looking at yourself and to your own internal compass, as well as sharing your ideas from people and getting that balance of independence and dependence. Your 11 path needs you to be determined to succeed. Your expression 5's ability to attain mastery and innovation is going to be the secret to your success. Your 11-2 task needs you also to be supportive, nurturing leader, to be firm and assertive, but also empathic and supportive. Your expression 5 could lead well with your subject competence and excellent social skills. So the expression has and does give you quite a good ability to nurture your leadership potential. Your 11-2 also needs you to develop those social skills, not only widening them, but deepening them. And the expression 5 assists with the excellent social and communication skills. However, they might struggle a bit to help you deepen, but that's for the next slide. Your 11-2 task needs you to be intuitive and sensitive to the needs of others, especially when you're deepening those relationships. The 5 expression assists you with those excellent social skills, but remember, you're deepening. Use your intuition and rapport skills to deepen your relationships and have a balanced idea of what love is. Your task 11-2 also needs you develop the assertiveness to demand your boundaries are met, and the expression 5 asserts their boundaries. They assert their socks off. So the expression 5 will be able to help you to assert your boundaries. And your 11-2 life path task needs you to develop your internal compass as well. So you're not only asking others, you're looking at your own internal compass and turning inward for your own validation. Expression 5 is unlikely to be led by the opinions of others anyway. You're very strong-minded and you know what you want. But where the expression number is not so useful in channeling those ideas, the 5 energy can be a bit scattered. So if you find yourself being easily bored, scattered, or struggling to have the discipline to stay with something, work on that, because that is hindering your life path 11-2. Your life path 11-2 also needs you to be independent. However, the energy of the 5 often swings between dependence and independence, depending on the success or failure of their latest project. So the expression 5 won't always be useful in the realms of independence. They tend to swing between the two. So I'm telling you all these because these are elements that you maybe need to put a little bit extra effort in. They're elements of your life path that won't necessarily become as easy or come as easy to you as others. So take specific note of these ones. Your 11-2 life path needs you to be responsible for others in the team, but your 5 energy often wants freedom and you don't like being tied down to responsibility, but work on taking more responsibility for your actions in life. Remember, you're 11-2, you're very, very powerful and your actions have ripples. Your 11-2 life path needs you to focus in on widening and deepening your relationships. The 5 energy may struggle a little at committing enough to deepen those relationships. Going back to that focus and commitment, experiencing love, deepening your relationships and really committing to a task or a person can be difficult for the 5. You need to be a cooperative team player, get the job done as part of a team. You can be a bit disruptive and a bit of a drama queen, a bit wired at times if you're fed up. So sometimes your emotions can get better of you and you might cause arguments or be a bit disruptive. That's something you need to work on, that is not particularly useful in helping you in your 11-2 life path. It needs you to be more of a mediator, to be honest, mediating the team, resolving conflicts fairly for the good of the team. The expression 5, can sometimes be a bit too dramatic and cause too much drama and conflict. And to be honest, that's not going to be good for your life path 11-2 because you are sensitive, and creating drama and conflict is hurting you more than it's hurting everyone else, because you're so sensitive in the 11-2, and it will make you ill if you keep bringing yourself in the midst of arguing and conflict and drama. It's not good for you. So be more of a mediator to support your 11-2. It also needs you, your 11-2, needs you to be a creator, the nurturer and the planner of the idea. The expression 5 energy is not really a planner. They prefer to be spontaneous. They prefer to experience and just get things done. But yeah, you are more spontaneous. So planning is going to be a difficulty for you. So keep that in your radar as one of your few difficulties that you will need to get by to help you achieve your life path 11-2. But looking at the expression numbers on their own now, let's just get straight into them. I think I've explained quite a lot about that already in the expression number 5. So the expression number 145 holds a karmic debt. So in a previous lifetime, you had your freedom abused in some way. You were imprisoned, or you may have been a slave in a previous life. So in this life, you're now forced to adapt to ever-changing circumstances, unexpected events, and you're always needing flexibility and adaptability to change, you know. But the key to transcending this karmic debt is actually commitment. And there's nothing like commitment to help you achieve an 11-2 life path. So as an expression number 145, if that's what you are, you've achieved freedom by being totally committed to a specialism, an idea, a concept, a message from your life path 11-2, I hope. You've learned from varied experience and adapted a step-by-step disciplined approach to achieve your goals in the life path 11-2. Because one supports the other, remember. You're focused on the mastery of one subject to achieve that freedom of choice, but also not only to achieve the freedom of choice you would get from that mastery, but also to help you innovate and achieve your amazing life path 11-2. Because you need to know a lot about a subject before you can be creative and innovative. Otherwise, your ideas aren't going to be realistic at all. So that talent in the 5 expression will help you commit to your 11-2 life path. As an expression number 235, you're here to learn to discover through depth of experience and focus and setting priorities like the 5. Well, you're not here to achieve it. It's your talent. Oh, I must be getting tired. I am 55 minutes into this video and I think I'm going to overdo the hour. But you're talented at learning and discovering through depth of experience, focus, setting priorities, having the discipline to achieve them. And this discipline has brought you freedom and mastery and a specialism, which is going to be amazing for you to innovate. To achieve this, your talent in the 5, you express your specialism with charisma to your audience in the 3 energy. And you work alongside others harmoniously. So your talent, if you're a 2-3-5, is you're focused. You have a specialism that brings you freedom. To achieve this, you express your specialism to the world and you work alongside others harmoniously, which can only help you with your life path 11-2. So your expression number 235, if you are in expression 235, you've got that freedom, you've got that focus, you've got that basis you need to innovate, you've got that specialism, you've got that social skill and charisma, you draw people towards you and you're able to spread your unique message around the world. So if you're 235 and in expression number 11-2, use your specialism, your focus, your discipline, and your social skills and charisma and ability to speak to the world to help you achieve your 11-2 life path. Again, this is the same as the one I just did, but the other way around. Instead of putting the 3 first, like expressing to an audience, you're putting the 2 first. So like the 2-3-5, you're still here to achieve freedom, to be focused and disciplined and have a specialism that brings you freedom. But you also have, but before the 3, you have in the 2 excellent social skills, drawing people towards your friendly, accepting and humorous energy. And then you draw people in with your emotional expression and charisma. It's basically like the one before, just prioritizing the 2 first instead of the 3. 2-3-5 prioritizes the 3 and 3-2-5 prioritizes the 2. So for the 4-1-5, so again, you're talented in the 5. You have a specialism and a focus and a discipline that you've mastered that has brought you freedom. But to do this, you use your groundbreaking new ideas and you use a planned, focused, processed with persistence and hard work to achieve the application of your ideas. So the expression number 4-1-5 in the positive is super focused on their specialism. They're super free. They've achieved self-mastery, and their specialist knowledge already enhances your unique creativity. This is the best expression number to have with an 11-2, you might have noticed, because you have that ability to bring that unique creativity and confidence alongside your specialism. And you achieve success in the world with hard work, a meticulous plan, and the determination to go the distance. So this talent, to have that specialism, to be able to channel that unique creativity and achieve success in the world by a planned process, that is always going to help you in the 415 to achieve your 11-2 life path. Last but not least, the 5 on steroids. So the 505 expression is like 5 on steroids, basically. So the 0 in 505 gives you added intuitive perceptive ability, but it also enhances the level of the 5. So you have even more talent and ability, not only to be perceptive, but also in your communication skills, in your ability to master and focus a subject. And you do this with your intuition and your enhanced perceptions and reading between the lines, and be even better at understanding people than a normal life path 5. So in expression number 505 in the positive, has achieved freedom from being focused and disciplined and on one topic or specialism, like any 5 is talented. You have excellent communication skills, and you've enhanced your intuition by your ability to read a room because of your extra perception in the 0. You're charismatic, you're flexible, you're adventurous, and you cope brilliantly with change, beautifully adaptable. If you're a 505, work out how you can use that 505 to achieve that 11-2 life path energy. I hope you found my very detailed video useful today and that I haven't gabbled on too much. Please leave your opinions in the description box below if you feel you have any constructive, not mean, but constructive criticism. That would be good. And if you'd like me actually to do a video on your life path and expression number, you can email me or you can contact me on my Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn or Twitter. I'm going to put that in the description box. But please like my video, click that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you click that bell icon, it will keep you up to date with all my latest posts and uploads. I'm going to be posting more to my website soon, including my Numerology Udemy course. I'm going to put a link to my Udemy course for numerology on the description box as well. And it's basically teaching you numerology, really. If you want to become a practitioner of numerology, or you're just really focused on learning lots about it, go to my course, follow the link on the description box to my course on Udemy, and follow the course, and then let me know what you think. Anyway, I'm going to stop gabbling now, and as ever, guys, trust your soul within you. Only your own intuition and perceptions know best. Until next time, everyone.